I made the commitment that if life's going to suck, I'm going to suck it my way.
Anywhere you go, give it all. Anywhere you say, anywhere.
When I quit my 9 to 5 job a few years ago, I was determined to find some way, just any way, of leading a life without conforming to the traditional corporate life. And even with that determination, I experienced a lot of doubt in myself and my decisions along the way. I was concerned with things like, what might people think of me? What if I fail? What if I make no money and become homeless? What if I'm not good enough? But what I realized is that even if you take the traditional path and give up on all your risky dreams, all of those concerns can still happen to you. People will always think what they will about you, no matter what you do. You might still get laid off and lose that source of income. You might still fail. In fact, if you're doing something you hate every single day, you're probably more likely to fail. On the other hand, if you do something you love and enjoy, then you're more able to be consistent, and that gives you a higher likelihood of succeeding. But for whatever reason, so many of us have been made to believe in this dichotomy that having a 9 to 5 is safe and good versus doing what you love, following your dreams, starting your own business is risky and bad. But the truth is, life is hard no matter which path you take, and you can't really cheat yourself out of that one. Even if you sacrifice all your dreams and take that traditional 9 to 5, there will always be risks. You might risk waking up one day and realize that half of life has passed you by and you've never done anything for yourself. When I made that realization, I made the commitment that if life's going to suck, I'm going to do it my way. I've also honestly come to believe that doing what you love and enjoy is truly your best chance at success. And, even knowing all of this, I can really appreciate how hard it is still to take that leap and do something new and start all over. After I quit my job, I had started my own business doing lash extensions and did it for a few years. And it's been so wonderful. But I always knew that it wasn't something that I wanted to do forever. I knew I also wanted other things for my life. And I think now I've finally come to the point where I think I'm ready to call it. I'm going to stop doing lash extensions and move on to the next thing. And so I can really empathize with how hard it is to start all over again and do something new, even though I've done it once before, and honestly, this time around, it's just as scary, if not even scarier, because now I'm older, and the thought of starting something later in life is always so daunting, and it plays with your mind because you start to compare yourself to other people and you start to feel like you're falling behind. And so, for all those reasons, I've been literally procrastinating for months on making this decision. And there's some real consequences to consider, like having to rebuild a steady flow of income all over again. And even though I don't have everything completely figured out right now, I still somehow know that this is the right decision for me, because I know that if I don't do this, it's going to be one of those things where I'm going to regret it a lot later in life. And so it's a incredibly bittersweet moment. Lashes was the first business I ever started, and it honestly taught me the most important life lessons that I needed so desperately but couldn't learn anywhere else. I learned how to believe in myself, as cheesy as that sounds, especially during a time when not a lot of people around me did. And I was lucky I had a few good friends that bigged me up during the difficult times. A few is all you need, but some people don't even have that. But I still had a lot of people that fed me doubt during that time. When I first quit, my parents had told me that they were disappointed in me, and that wasn't surprising. I knew it was coming, but even so, it was not easy, it was still hard, especially being the type of person that I am. I'm eager to please and all that stuff. And for the first time, I had to exist without external validation, which turned out to be an extremely hard thing for me to do because I didn't even realize how much I depended on external validation for most of my life. Whether it was my grades from school or my salary from my job, I was always depending on something external to validate my self-worth. And suddenly, I had none of that. I didn't have the praises from proud parents. I didn't have that fancy job to prove that I was smart enough. I didn't have that income to prove my value. I only had my own sense of self and my own belief in myself. And honestly, most days, even that I didn't have. But whatever I did have in that moment, I tried my best and I put it into my business. I tried to have faith in what I was doing and in myself. Slowly but surely, my small daily efforts accumulated. It taught me the value of my dedication and focus, and it showed me my ability to dream up a life and turn it into reality. I'm just so grateful for the experience. Of course, it's sad to have this chapter end, but I just hope I can bring all those positive vibes into the next chapter. I also hope that if you're taking that leap with me, if you're starting something new, if you're starting a new career, even if you're just considering it, I really hope that you can cling on to whatever belief in yourself that you have, even if no one else around you is able to offer it in this moment, because it's going to be really important during those hard times. And things will get really hard, but I really believe that it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. Whew.